YouTube is the largest educational platform in the world. Millions come here to learn languages, coding, business skills. But here's a question we don't ask enough. What's behind all these people making these great informative videos? Sometimes the quality is mind-blowing. Professional level editing, animations, carefully structured lessons. So why would anyone do all that just so you can click for free? Well, because it's not really free. Not for them and not for you either. Most of these creators are playing a game, one you may not realize you're part of. It's called the funnel. So what is a sales funnel? Well, picture an actual funnel, wide at the top, narrow at the bottom. So at the top, free content, a YouTube video, maybe a blog post, something helpful that draws people in. Some lose interest and drop off, but others keep going down the funnel. Maybe they sign up for a free guide or join an email list. That's the middle of the funnel where the relationship warms up. And at the bottom, the sale. A course, a membership, a service. So while it feels like you're just watching a helpful video, you're actually moving step by step through a carefully designed sales path. Let's make it even more clear. Imagine a channel posts a video titled, "Stop translating in your head. Do this instead." You sound interested, so you click. It's smart, funny. The host explains things clearly. You feel like you're learning. And near the end, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, you'll hear things like, "If you want the full system, check out my 6-week course, link below," or "Download my free guide, just enter your email." Or here's one you've probably heard. "For a free transcript as well as vocabulary lists and worksheets to deepen your understanding, just go to my website." And then, once you go to the website to get these great free resources, well, all that's left is to type in your email address, and voila, you've got the transcript and the worksheets. And you're now also part of a mailing list that regularly delivers ads straight to your inbox, all about this great new course you could buy. All of this to say, you weren't just watching a lesson. You were in the middle of a well-designed marketing journey. In fact, right now, you're in the middle of a marketing journey. Maybe not well-designed, I'm rather new to this, but a journey nonetheless. Because I'm also not here only to give away free content. Now, don't get me wrong, people should get paid for their work. But what YouTube really rewards is not education, it's engagement. The system pushes videos that keep you watching longer, clicking more often, coming back more frequently. That means even educational creators have to think like influencers. In other words, 1, you start with a bold hook. 2, you keep up the pace, usually with like lists, 5 best or 10 musts. 3, promise a transformation. 4, hint at more behind the paywall or the services you get only after paying money. So instead of methodical teaching, we get motivational sound bites. Instead of structured learning, we get emotional hooks. And slowly, what we call education starts to feel more like content marketing. By the way, content marketing just means using helpful or entertaining content to build trust so that people eventually buy something from you. It's not about selling right away. It's about making you feel like the product is a natural next step. Here's the kicker. You're not paying with money, but you are paying with your attention, with your inbox, and with your learning process. Because these videos aren't designed to move you from beginning to expert. They're designed to move you one step closer to a purchase. That's why some people binge English learning content for years and still struggle to speak. They're consuming just enough to stay engaged, but never enough to outgrow the funnel, which is kind of the point. The YouTuber wants you to need the structure only their paid course provides. Do you see how this works now? Basically, every video is a first step to get you to buy their product. It's kind of like a taste trial at a supermarket. But what's wrong with that? Maybe nothing. But maybe it's about a larger problem. That is, what happens when most of our learning is optimized to sell? We lose patience for deep understanding. We expect instant breakthroughs, and we mistake marketing for mastery. Look, YouTube can be an amazing place to learn. In fact, I found my two favorite teachers through the platform. One, Paul Davids, a guitar teacher who posts amazing, professionally produced free content. By eventually purchasing his online course, I got so much better at guitar, and it really took me to the next level. The second teacher I found was for French. He made videos kind of like this one, where he just talked about societal topics, but in French for learners of French. There were no grammar lessons or 10 phrases to use at the airport or stuff like that. His YouTube videos helped me find his podcast, which, as a free resource, transformed my French learning. I'm fluent in German because I've lived in Germany for 15 years. But in 2 years, my French is not far behind my German, and I owe it a lot to this French YouTuber. I paid for his online courses eventually, and I did so happily. He established trust, and I loved his style, and I would immediately pay for any of his structured courses. In fact, I started making these videos because I know how helpful they are to really master a foreign language. And as an English trainer for adult professionals, I also realized how much I enjoy the work and how I would like to continue to do it. So yes, I do hope to win your trust, and I do hope that you would consider buying one of my courses, because I admit, if we want to learn deeply, not just be entertained, we need to start asking better questions. For example, who is this YouTube video for? What's the real goal? What am I being nudged toward? Because when education becomes content, we need to stay aware of the system behind the screen.